he always waited until the last second to board the subway, just as the doors were closing, to make sure no one was following him. When he paid his fare on the bus, he covered the coins with a cloth to avoid leaving fingerprints. He always left a leaf on the doorframe so that he would know immediately if someone had entered. His apartment was filled with mirrors so that he could see every corner. He was afraid of dying in an accident, and with good reason, because he was an assassin whose job is to make death look exactly like them. His target is a billionaire tycoon driving through the city center on his way to close a multi-billion-dollar deal, but a driver ahead of him has a flat tire, bringing traffic to a standstill. The tycoon is forced to take a detour through the alleys. A truck comes from the opposite direction, and, as it passes over a wet patch of ground, accidentally splashes water onto the tycoon's open window. At that moment, a banner unfurled from the building above, hanging on his car. He tried to pull it down but pulled too hard, removing a large piece of glass from the front. A shower of sharp shards fell, killing the tycoon. In fact, the truck driver, the woman with the flat tire, and the person who hung the banner were all members of the assassin gang. For the right price, they could make anyone's death look like an accident. Soon, new clients found them. A middle-aged man named John, who wore glasses, wanted his father dead. John had taken out a large insurance policy on his father and wanted to profit from an accident. After accepting the assignment, Mark began researching the old man's daily routine to plan the perfect death. He memorized his father's schedule and devised a plan involving electricity. Every evening, John took his father for a walk along a specific path, directly under high-voltage power lines. They only needed a conductor to connect the cable to the man, who would be electrocuted instantly. Mark came up with this idea on a rainy day, when he saw a boy, Henry, flying a kite. The wet, broken kite string was the perfect conductor. Once everything was ready, the four-person team took their positions near the old man's house. They waited for the old man to start walking. A heavy rain began to fall. When the downpour started, Mark gave the signal. At that moment, his accomplice Daisy cut the kite string. The kite landed exactly where they had planned, hanging the wet rope on the power line. Another team member, Johnny, used a bunch of balloons to block the view of the nearby surveillance camera. Then Henry rode his bike straight toward the old man. As he passed by, he kicked the old man, causing him to stumble directly onto the live kite string. He died instantly from electrocution. But just as Mark turned to leave, a bus suddenly swerved out of control and headed straight for him. He managed to dodge the car, but in that moment, he knew it wasn't an accident.